Link up, as you already know. It's been a while, and we have a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about Tommy Sotomayor. We're also going to be talking about Steven Crowder. Again, welcome back. As you get into the building, my name is THT. We've been gone for a while, but we're back, and we should be back for a decent amount of time. One second. As you get into the building, my name is THT. We've been gone for a while, but we're back, and we should be back for a decent amount of time. One second. Into the building. My name is THT. All right, that is up. Whoever is watching, thank you for watching. I want to appreciate you for watching. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Black fatigue. Gosh darn me.
You're not English. You have to be white to be English.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. You know what I'm going to do really quickly before we actually get the stream all the way started? Let me clear out my RAM. Oh shit! I might not have done that, but it's all right. We'll be all right. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna start the stream over in 1 sec. 1 second. All right, here we go. Make sure we're liking the stream, guys. Make sure we like the stream. Got a lot to talk about today.
You're not English. You have to be white to be English.
Unless we begin to recover as a people and as a nationality and as an ethnicity, I think of who we are.
So we're gonna start off today's live stream with a story time, little update of where I've been for the past couple of weeks, and it all does tie into the entire theme of everything. Now I took a little bit of time off, partly unpurposely because I was banned, as a lot of you know, for a week. But then I took another 2 or 3 weeks off, after which I've been working and doing little small odds and end jobs to build up funds and things of that nature to keep myself afloat while I survive in the car and live stream to you, broadcast to you. So if you want to support the channel, I'd appreciate that. Link is in the description as well as pinned, how you can support the channel, buy the audiobook and things of that nature. So I've been doing these small odds and ends jobs. White people are amazing. White communities are amazing. All those different types of things. Now, we talked lastly about Charlie Kirk, and I kind of left off there because honestly, myself as a content creator, I wanted to just kind of watch for a while and see where the country was headed. I wanted to observe a little bit. I'm not all necessarily just about talking, gabbing, and if I don't have something really to say, then I just sit back and I listen and I watch. And so I watched and I listened, and I completed my odds and ends jobs in between time. And throughout the process of doing these small odds and ends jobs for white people, I had a black person reach out to me. I had a black person reach out to me. Now, this person that reached out to me is in the sports card industry, not card, like trading collectible cardboard card. I collect sports cards. I sell them. I flip them. I make a little bit of money every once in a while, right? And so this person was looking to open up a store. Now, I've wanted to work in a sports card shop for a long time. It'd be a great job for me because it's something I'm passionate about. I wouldn't make the most money necessarily, but I know how to make money selling and buying and trading and flipping and sports cards, right? I understand how to do that. So if I was in a position to be in a professional setting and selling sports cards, there'd be lots of money making opportunities for myself as well as for the business that I work for. Not to mention that I have almost 7,000 subscribers now. We're 50 subscribers, I believe, from 7,000 subscribers, right? So I'm going into this and I get a call one day. And you want to know something that's amazing? I kid you not. Listen to this. The day before I got that call, I had a dream. And I don't ever dream, ladies and gentlemen, ever. I can count on one hand how many times I've dreamt in the past 365 days. My nightly process is simply going to sleep and waking up. That's kind of what it consists of for me. I guess I'll play the video while I'm talking. Well, I don't know if I can play it without volume, so we'll get to some clips in a second. But I had a dream about essentially this person, and I hadn't talked to this person in quite a while. I'd say, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months. And as I'm out and about my daily activities, the following morning, this person calls me. I kid you not. The craziest thing that's happened to me all year. This person calls me and says, "Hey, how's it going, Jonathan?" I said, "Hey, I'm doing, everything's going, last time I talked to them, they kind of knew everything that was going on. I've been in the car for so long now that, they knew what was going on. I've been here for, I think 4 months now, maybe 5 months. And so I said, yeah, I'm almost got the car fixed and everything like that, been doing good on YouTube. And they said, hey, well, I got a job proposition for you. I know we talked about it very slightly and lightly in conversation and in passing while I've seen you at this card show. I'd like for you to come work for me at this card shop that I have. I said, well, you don't have to tell me twice. I mean, what are we talking about here? This is my dream career, essentially, right? People want to be astronauts, doctors, and lawyers. I want to work at a card shop. That would be amazing for me. I said, I will be there when you need. They said, can you come today? I said, absolutely, I can come today. So I dropped everything. I was headed to a different card shop at the time. I dropped everything, and I headed towards the opposite direction in South Dallas. Now, if you are a Texan or if you've been to Dallas at all, you know that South Dallas is a little bit more ghetto, right? There's more black people. So upon me finally reaching the area, or at least 15 minutes out of the area, I started to recognize really quickly, like, oh shoot, this is a black area. Okay, well, I'm not concerned. I'm not complaining. We're gonna make the very best out of this. And granted, all things said, at the end of the day, the store is beautiful, right? We'll get to that later, though. So I finally pull up. I finally show up. And I'm excited. I'm ready to go to at least, now my purpose at this store is for live streaming because that's my specialty. I'm going to be selling cards on Whatnot. It's like a live eBay auction formatting style type of, site. And so she said, hey, Jonathan, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I caught movement at the back of the store. I caught a trace of something at the back of the store when I walked in. Right? Are you tracking with me, ladies and gentlemen? Make sure we're leaving a like if you're actually watching right now. Make sure we're leaving a like on the stream. I said, hey, who's that at the back of the store? And she said, oh, this is blah, blah, blah. We'll just call him Ryan for now, right? She said, oh, it's Ryan. Now, I had known Ryan, and I've seen Ryan in passing, and we've had one business transaction where we both made a little bit of money selling a table at the Dallas Card Show. It's hard to get a table. It's like a 2-year-long waiting list. And so these white guys approached me, and they're like, hey, we need a table for the Dallas Card Show. I reached out to Ryan. I had his phone number because I'm into networking and just talking to people. I said, hey, man, I know we don't know each other that well, but is there any way we can make some money off of this together? And it worked out. We haven't talked to each other since. It's probably been the same amount of time since I talked to the owner. I said, hey, how's it going, Ryan? Oh, yeah, man, it's good to see you again. We dapped up, hugged it up and everything. We're all black inside the store. I don't know if I didn't leave that detail out purposely or what, but we're all black inside the store. Me, the store owner, and Ryan. The store owner's a woman, by the way, who's a dyke. So we're all inside the store, black people. In my mind, I'm already I'm already on defense because 2 black people in a store working together, I can swing that. I can swing that. 3 black people working in a store, the probability of potentialities and negative problems dramatically rises. It's like the 3 Musketeers, but inverse style, where it's all fucking bad. Okay. I said, damn it, there's 3 black people in this store. I don't know if this is going to work. This is 2 black people too many, to be honest, but this is really definitely 1 black person too many. I said, all right, well, Let me figure out. So the owner was great. Owner was awesome. But the problem is, unbeknownst to me, apparently the owner was business wise tied into it with this other black person. Okay. So the first day goes cool or whatnot. Well, it doesn't even fully get to the end of the first day. It's getting ready to wrap up or getting ready to wrap up the first day. And I start noticing that this black person, this black guy, is jealous of me. The typical black coon shit, right? The typical crabs in a barrel bucket mentality. He wants to be the one that's selling on whatnot. He doesn't like any of my ideas and things of that nature. And of course, this is over the course of like an 8 or 9 hour workday where we're trying to set up the shop and everything like that. So I'm already seeing the signs in the sky. I already recognize that this is getting ready to be the bitter end of what could have been an amazingly promising career. But of course, black people. And so it comes down to the end of the day. I need a ride home where I can ride the bus home. But he offers, I can give you a ride. I can give you a ride. So I said, you know what, cool. We can try and become cool on the way home. We can just, we'll figure out our differences. And if we have to have a passive aggressive relationship, I want to at least give this opportunity a shot. I want to at least give it a chance. I don't want to get beaten out of my own potential castle. Well, I hop in the car. Immediately I smell something. And it's not any illicit drug that you're thinking about, but it was an illicit drug of some sort. It wasn't a common, household, which is recreationalized in half of the states now, if not more in America. It wasn't any type of weed or marijuana type of product, but it smelled very strong. And so I asked him, I said, hey man, I said, is there anything in the car, I really have to worry about? And of course he proceeded to call me a police officer. He proceeded to call me this. Oh, no officer, no this. I said, hey, I told him straight like this. I told him honestly, just straight up like this. I said, listen, I know you don't care about your freedom, right? But I do. And so I understand. And he took offense to it. He started getting upset. And he started getting this. He started getting that. I said, all right, cool, man. Not a problem. I'll catch the bus, right? Because he was just beating around the bush and around the subject. I said, not a problem, man. I'll catch the bus. No, don't just hop in, man. There's nothing in my car. I don't do anything crazy. I don't do anything. He started just tweaking, essentially, almost just kind of tweaking out, which I recognized the pattern of behavior. I was like, okay, this guy is on something. Okay, so now the realization that on day one, my coworkers probably got something inside of this car. He's lying about it. Number one. Number two, we're almost about to get into a fight over this because I don't want to get into I don't want to ride with the dude. But I said, okay, you know what? Against my better judgment, I said, man, your car kind of smells bad. And he's like, oh, it's something like this. I said, okay, I said, go ahead, bro. It's not a problem. It shouldn't be too long of a drive. He takes off and speeds through the first stop sign. I said, okay, bro, you can go ahead and let me out. What are you talking about, man? I said, I said, you're swerving the lanes. You're speeding through stop signs. I said, you're going to get pulled over in a little bit. And there's definitely something in your car. And really, I shouldn't even be in your car to begin with, to be completely honest with you. And he starts getting belligerently upset. All right. He starts getting extremely upset now. And I said, oh, it's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem. So the next day I go into work. Take the bus. I want to work. I pull the owner aside and I say, hey, listen. I said, I don't know, why you're in business with this person, but so long as you're in business with this person, your business is going to fail. She's like, yeah, well, I mean, you're kind of right. I didn't really know who he was before we invested together and things of that nature. I guess he's into it 50%. I didn't know who he was. So, well, I mean, so I said, well, listen, because he started to bring people on. When I showed up the second day, there were two other people that he brought on to work. Now, granted, these were two white people, so I was like, thank God they're at least white. But there were already plans that are being made and a whole bunch of other stuff going on and different discussions and conversations that aren't about me. I'm seeing that he already has more power than I do. So I'm saying, well, I say, well, listen, I'm not going to be able to have any room to thrive in this situation or environment. She was like, oh, I understand. Just give it a shot. Just give it this. Just give it that. I said, all right, well, we finished off the day. We kept working on the store, kept setting up the store. I'm working with him. He's throwing little snide remarks and jokes and disrespects and things of that nature. And I'm getting ready to escalate the situation. I said, you know what? I said, I respect my freedom and I enjoy my freedom too much. I've already got done dealing with one case. Thank goodness all the cases were dropped. Shout out to baby mama for dropping the case against me. Shout out to the DA, the prosecutor, and what's the person? Your public defense attorney? My public attorney that got the case dropped. Shout out to everybody. Really, it's my baby mama that got the case dropped. So credit where credit's due. Even though she has missed yet again an appointment for me to see my daughter. So we're going on 7 to 8 months now. So we'll see if we can't get get her seen. I can't see her within a year or so. We're going for a year before her next birthday. We'll try and see if we can't see my daughter. All right, typical black shit. And so at the end, the second day wraps up. We're putting in work to the store. He goes outside to take a break a little bit before we're finished. He comes back inside smelling crazy. The white guys there don't know what it is. I know what it is because if you've had any times in the and if you've spent any time in the street, you understand. You recognize certain smells. So I said, "Oh, he's on something really hard. He's on a hard." The owner knows at this point, but again, she's acting like her hands are tied. So I said, "Well, you know what? I wish you best of luck in your business, and I can't do this. I apologize." I tell you this story because I always make reference to and shed the revelations of what having a black owned business is. And from the very jump, this business is doomed to fail, right? She knows that. I know that. A lot of people know that. But for whatever reason or another, there seems to be no corrective action to actually make the changes needed to cause a sustenance of wealth to start flowing in and out of the brick and mortar establishment. And this is pretty much indicative and problematic of the entire black community en masse. Now, I titled this live stream Back to Black because rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, and the tinfoil hat theories that are surrounding his death right now are absolutely incredible. Safety to Candace Owens right now, a very, 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 very brave woman who is black, who is speaking and shining light on some of the true dark times that we are living in regards to our government, people, politicians, and business, and all kinds of different layers of the onion alike. But at some point or another, I had to bring the conversation back into light. Because as the passing of Charlie Kirk passes us, and the news becomes old in some people's minds, the realization of the Charlie Kirk movement still ties itself back to the concept of the original message that we talk about on this live stream. The culture war, the civil war that's currently going on inside of America right now. Now, this culture war is evolving in a way that I don't think has ever really been seen before, because with the passing of Charlie Kirk, we have seen a split from white people out of white communities into what would be or seem to be more of the minority communities. Now, this split doesn't happen necessarily geographically, it happens idealistically. And this idealistic split is what the current black fatigue movement can somewhat be attributed by and towards the white people who don't like other white people. Meanwhile, there's an entire rise of white people who start to side more with Eastern European, if you will, Germanic belief systems, and an uprising in a train of thought primarily in white communities against the true powers that be that run the world. And that's all I can say about that tinfoil hat theory. Myron Gaines has shifted even his stance politically to talk about, well, I'll just say it, the blues. Well, can we say the blues is okay? I gotta be careful until I get back into YouTube's algorithm. My channel is not safe right now, so I gotta get back into YouTube's algorithm. Once I get back into the algorithm, then we'll be good to go. And so this split of culture, or this evolution, has yet to be seen in America, to where a lot of people now truly don't trust the government. Now, a lot of people meaning one side of the government. The other side of the people trust one side of the government, but they don't trust the other. So what I mean is white people trust no government right now. Black people trust if it's black people in power or in government, or Democrats in power or in government. And evolution in political beliefs, as well as societal beliefs and societal movement. Getting back to the culture war, the civil culture war in America, Steven Crowder, Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor is a YouTuber who has been banned on YouTube pretty effectively, but he's just now gotten back onto YouTube. He has 1.38 thousand subscribers. And Tommy Sotomayor was an interesting character because Tommy was one of the first people to truly talk about black issues, predominantly black women. I'll be completely honest with you. He's made probably millions of dollars at this point. And at one point in time, I really strongly disagreed with Tommy Sotomayor because of the way that his message was conveyed. He's reeled things back quite a bit, but his message, or at least the purpose of his message, has stayed the same, in which he's talking about black people and black women. Now, it looks like he's going to be back allowed on YouTube. I say that, and I just wanted to bring him into the conversation before we play a few of his clips. And we do have a lot of other black degeneracy and stuff and clips like that too. But I said that to say that the freedom of speech has opened up a bit in order for the narrative to change. And this is one of the tinfoil hat theories as to why Charlie Kirk was effectively removed or taken out of existence. Because of the ability for people like Tommy Sotomayor to come back and to actually have a presence online and to have influence again and things of that nature, society will further and continue to change and delve deeper into what black fatigue is, or what it used to be, and further into black fatigue. So in a way, Tommy Sotomayor was kind of black fatigue before black fatigue really became a thing. Now it's a thing now, right? So now Tommy might have a little bit more of a chance to actually not get banned on YouTube anymore. Do you kind of understand the way that I'm narrating in this conversation, or do you understand or kind of scheme how this could possibly affect you as black people who just for whatever reason or another, right, see everything white as your enemy? Right? Tommy's been banned. He's created, I don't even know how many YouTube channels. I mean, time after time after time after time after time, he's created a YouTube channel and he's been banned nearly immediately. This is the longest that he's been on. Somebody just praised him right now saying over 1,000 subs. I said, this is insanity. Welcome back, Mr. Sotomayor. Somebody gave me a likes up. Over 1,000 subs. He's being celebrated right now. People are happy that he's here. We're getting to a moment in time to where the people who are really banned, or the ones that you didn't really like, now are getting ready to come back in full force, and they're going to have a lot more support and movement. Let's listen to this conversation a little bit.
Settle down their own life. Let me not.
And then we'll get back into this conversation. And we'll talk about Steven Crowder here in a bit, who is a white guy who's kind of like not necessarily a Charlie Kirk, but somebody who has a lot of power and influence. And we'll talk about him in 1 second.
Try to lose my pace as fast. This feels different, and I love this for her. Praying they stand the test of time. I don't care. I don't care. They could
Now,
never make me hate.
I'm going to pause for a second. This video is about women, black women being attracted to Megan Thee Stallion. If you're listening on audio, Megan Thee Stallion uploaded a picture of her, or a video of her walking, where her, it's just shaking like crazy. I'll be completely honest with you. And Tommy Sotomayor has pointed out something interesting, and this is something that happens in the black community quite a bit, right? It almost feels like a lot of our women are lesbians, right? Yeah, I'll be completely honest with you. It's kind of weird, this weird thing that happens. So Tommy is spot on the money with this one.
The black dude says industry mattress. Love a sexy back. I'm not even talking about booty, just back alone. This black woman put fire and heart. This black woman says, let me go do my sit-ups. My girl, my baby, my baby, my baby, Meg. All these are girls. All these are women. Cookie the goat. Her body over everything. Another girl. I'm finally trying not to beat my for 30 days, and y'all gonna do this. This is a guy named Johnny. Them BBLs don't bounce like that, says a woman. Girl, don't make me tell my husband I like girls again. Her body goes so crazy. God darn. T is an understatement. Meg, please. This is all she has to offer. It's sad. Yes.
One good comment. We got a good comment in
I'm
there.
no better than a man at this point. Oh, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it, young lady. You are no better than a man at this point. You are no better than a man at this point. I want you black men, that's why I said to them, I want you black men to see that the majority of the comments about her butt and the majority of comments about butts, period, online are from black women lusting over butts.
This is why this is another aspect of why the black community is just, it's honestly just you know what I mean, like on the fundamental baseline level, even outside of like white people being racist, if like even it, like all of that is irrelevant when it comes down to black people. If you just place 1,000,000 black people inside of a continent or a country where nobody, you know what I'm saying, like would mess with them, black people still would be the ones to be the most fucked up. You know what I mean? Like this is why I don't care about Black Lives Matter and all this other different types of stuff and all this different types of stuff, because black people are naturally more degenerate. We're naturally more like weird and or stupid or like lacking ability to build functional societies. You know what I mean? Like we can't ever get it on it together en masse, no matter where we are. You know, so just fast forward to the future now where we have women gawking, and this is a great video by Tommy. It really is, because it highlights just how interested women are going to be in your girl as you are too. You know what I mean? Like it's this really weird dynamic to where like black women love and almost fetishize other black women now, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, if you want to be a lesbian, then by all means be a lesbian, right? But it doesn't happen as much in other communities, I'll be completely honest with you, as it happens in our community. You know what I mean? So happy for Meg, glad she looks great and everything like that, but this is weird. This is weird to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I guess maybe this is, I don't know. If your girl was commenting this on another girl's picture or all these girls' pictures and be like, oh my God, they're so hot. Oh my God, like your booty. Oh my God, it looks so good. How would you feel? But truly, honestly, at this point in time, I'm kind of so over relationships that it might not bother me too much. But I think it's still a worthwhile talking point and a great message. You know, overall, in general, for most guys in society, the women aren't going to be as into you as you are into them anymore, right? So from a relational standpoint, you're kind of already cooked, especially if you're a black dude, I'll be honest with you, because we own the least of everything. You know what I mean? So you're definitely already cooked.
All day, ladies and gentlemen, you will see black women lusting over butts. That's why they'll listen to songs like that was in this song, my baby, dicking me down. How's that mean with lyrics? But it is.
So shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. I just wanted to get into a little clip of his and give him a shout out. Now, this video here is by Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder has, I guess, a new, which isn't new at all, but it's a line where he goes to barbershops and he talks to people that are black and just talks about black issues. So let's get into this for a second.
Don't ask them to pay for it.
And we're not
because once again,
Oh, so you want them to stay away but foot the bill.
so you got to do that with everything
And now
else in
it's
the
the
tax
kid, now
code.
it's the boodle, and nothing is it. Stay away from us, but pay for us. Do you realize that
Once
guy's
again,
going to
you're
hate
ignoring
you?
that other side of the coin. If we're going to do that, if we're going to give you that, then you got to go through everything and you got to give us the same thing. We're not going to pay for certain shit that we don't agree with.
Can I ask you something real talk? While we're having real talk, why do young black men fight in packs?
God. Dang. I don't have any idea how that was actually relevant to the train of thought or conversation they were having, but that is hilarious. Steven Crowder is now on the force of black issues, ladies and gentlemen.
As I'm
An
sure
interesting
you've noticed,
time.
race relations in America aren't exactly where we would hope.
You better pay attention to the channel while you can, ladies and gentlemen. We spit the truth here. I tell you what's happening in the future before it happens, or just where things are going. You know, what can I say? This is huge. 550,000 views in one day. Now, he has 5.79 million subscribers, but that is an amazing number. 500,000 views in one day with 25,000 likes. Now 25,001 likes since I just liked it for my audio listeners. What does that tell you? Now, this might not trend officially on YouTube for very obvious reasons, but what does that tell you?
They'd be in 2025. And considering the
Look at the
events
comments.
over the past year or...
Spoiler alert, one of the top comments with 6.1K likes. Actually, it is the top comment. 288 comments underneath it in reply. You are going to be more fatigued than you were before you watched this video. Top second comment is, there go them numbers, end quotation, tells you everything you need to know, LMAO. The third top comment with 3.3K likes says, if you've ever wondered what willful ignorance looks like, this video is one of the most crystal clear representations you'll be able to find. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new social movement, the new social wave. You can listen now or you can listen later, but either way, you're going to listen.
few, one can understand why.
22-year-old Logan Federico lived in North Carolina and was visiting friends in Columbia back in May. Authorities say her alleged killer, Alexander Dickey, entered the home that she was staying in.
Charlie Kirk, a white conservative, was assassinated. The black men still managed to spin that into being victims. That's unreal. Ha ha ha.
18-year-old Carmelo Anthony with first-degree murder. He's accused of stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a Frisco track meet earlier this.
Until personal responsibility begins, this conversation will never end. 5 hours ago with 44 likes. No white people be picking crops, end quote. Buddy, we are the ethnicity that defeated famine with farming, with 300 likes. You can lead horses to water with only almost 2,000 likes on this comment, but you can't make them accept accountability or undeniable facts. These are all the top comments that I am reading. We do have a black man that has 3,000 likes. It says, as a black man, I'm going to make this clear. I'm tired of hearing black men screaming like women about reparations in the past. This nonsense is sickening as an upright man to hear this crying. And he's got the support from a lot of white people.
Killing a Ukrainian refugee
Very
on
interesting.
Charlotte's light rail last month being put into handcuffs. This new chilling video is one of nearly a dozen new clips now in the hands of WBTV.
That's what prompted me to go back to the barbershop and start the conversation that you saw in part 1 of this video last week.
Have you guys heard of the term black fatigue?
And if you thought that was heated, all I have to say about part 2 today is hold on to your butts.
What I said earlier, and you listen to us, is when you have a young white person going, okay, why is this happening? And people go, Black Lives Matter. And they go, well, hold on a second. I have an opinion on Black Lives Matter. They go, well, sit down, shut up. Okay, now silence is violence. And that kid goes, well, what do I do? By the way, you're on the hook for reparations, even though his father, his grandfather, his great-great-grandfather didn't own a slave, and he's still 12 times more likely to be killed by a black person the other way around. What I'm saying is society is going to create a generation of racists. Stop reading stats.
Stop paying attention to what these talking heads are saying.
Oh my God, we're doomed, bro. Oh shit. Admittedly, I haven't even watched this. This is my first time watching this with y'all. I probably should have downloaded it so we could actually watch it vertically the right way. But I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter.
Because they're leading you down the wrong path. They're leading you down a path of paranoia and
Black people are doomed. I'm not gonna lie. Black people are doomed, straight up.
conspiracy theories.
What if their interactions with black people in general are quite negative?
So, same thing, give the same thing in reverse. What about black people who've had continuous, not only historical, but personal experiences
Yep.
where they've been at the wrong end of white
Here's
people?
the thing. I'll tell you.
And then we get told that those stories are invalid.
No, you're not.
Yes, we do.
You're not. You're not.
I've been personally told my story was invalid.
I'll give you an example. And by the way, the only thing that keeps my heart protected from racism, by the way, the only thing that protects me from not wanting to go out and kill the person who shot Charlie Kirk, because by the way, there are two people on earth who know what it's like to sit in that chair. Me and him. And I just did it at SMU and had to have entire bulletproof glass and an army to go in and have conversations, right? So I'm a little bit pissed off about it. Also, people have tried to take my life many times. So I don't really have a whole lot of sympathy for anyone, white or black, saying, oh, must be. Yeah. You ever have someone show up at your house? You ever have someone show up at your house when your kids are sleeping with weapons being swatted? Like, we've been living through this for a long fucking time and told you don't know what it's like. I will say this. My faith is what has protected me. My faith is what has protected my heart from becoming. becoming racist, but I've had a lot of negative interactions. That's why I'm sitting here. We'll have to edit this because just the word. By the way, if you want a relaxing vacation, stay home. Don't go to. I know, but my kids love it. So I go there, okay? And I'll tell you this. You have like this magic wand thing, you run around the hotel and it opens up chests. Wow. And I'm sitting there, you know, I'm sunken eye, and there was a black guy next to me, obviously a dad with like his daughter and his son. And I just kind of looked at him, we looked at each other in the face like, yeah, we know. This is exhausting. And I know we have a lot in common because his wife or woman is probably in the room because he's there with his kids by himself. I was too. But then we were there at the water slides. My kids are 3. And this happened not once, but about 4 or 5 times. And it happened 3 times with one black kid who was about 5 or 6. Shoved my son out of the way to get on the water slide. Okay? My son did nothing. Shoved him out of the way a second time, came back. My son's 2, 3 years, which is a big deal at that point. And then at one point I look over, Mom, no Dad. And I just go like, hey, you know he's being aggressive? Okay, he comes back the 3rd time. And I go, hey, hold on, you have to wait in line. You know what my son said? My son said, well, Daddy, you know what, maybe he's in a real hurry. We should let him go. That was a different interaction. That kid kept doing it to every other and it wasn't the only one. And you know why? Because I've taught my kid, hey, you're going to have people who look different from you, and it doesn't matter, you treat them well. That wasn't. And I'm telling you, along with the empirical, anecdotally, if you have a young white person who has these interactions on a regular basis, and I'd be lying to you if I said they were uncommon, while being told they need to shut up because of systemic discrimination, you're going to create a generation of racists.
I get it.
Now, that's something that I think a lot of black people truly don't understand. Again, it's the poking the bear mentality. Oh my God, you all are so evil. White people, you all need to be killed and destroyed and everything like this. And white people need to leave and white people are this and white people that. You don't understand you're creating the very problem that you're claiming exists. And if you don't have a solution for it now, when it truly does become a generation or 2 or 3 or 500 that are perpetually against you in every aspect of society, banking, economics, education, socially, or a portion that's just sectored themselves off from the rest of the country altogether, you're going to truly understand and feel more in your own personal lives what it really would have been like to live 400 or 500 years ago. But just a small taste, only a micro percentage of that entire microcosm of the hellish experience of the African transatlantic slave trade, right? Which started in Africa, of course. Now, the responses I already know. These guys are just probably chomping at the bit, ready to give him all kinds of BS and spewing back of, oh, well, what about this and what about that happened and what about the white man that hung us and stuff like that, right? This is the natural. You can't spit common sense to a large portion of black people because they just don't have the ability to grasp it. Right? No matter how hard I try, no matter what I do, at the end of the day, my experience inside of the black community is going to be drastically limited to what life truly could be, simply because of the essence of what the black community is. Not because of any sort of racial reason or any sort of discrimination or whatever it might be. It's simply because what black people find important. You will be limited, right? Which is why we're the most limited around the world. It starts in the homes, and it starts behind those 4 walls and doors to teach the children how to raise a community, how to operate inside of their community. So when Stephen says and has a message like this, black people, especially in this area, barbershop, urban New York area, have no concept of the reality of which Steven Crowder is speaking of and which he lives in. So already there's a pushback because to them, that's not how life is meant to be lived. Let's listen to what they say, though.
But that child was poorly parented too.
I agree. All the time.
Hey, Steve, that child was poorly parented. There's no way in the world his mother shouldn't have intervened and whipped his the first time.
No. The dad did nothing, Steve?
The dad wasn't there.
There was no dad. That's to say that mom, no dad. I say because it's not a race thing. The dad, him and I looked and we're like, dude, I get it, right? We're both tired. But here, this kid, I don't know, maybe the dad wasn't there. His mom didn't. and he shoved my son out of the way for
But poor parenting, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
we run into that all the time.
That's what I was about to say. It's poor parenting everywhere, and that creates individuals that grow up to be.
So I was almost okay. We were almost okay. I was gonna pause the video and say, wow, listen, look at them. They're actually being honest. But of course now it's poor parenting everywhere. So close yet so far away to drastically miss the overall point. There's the most poor parenting in the black community. But no, it's poor parenting everywhere. Right? You see how the point was just completely missed? But they'll spin it in a way to where you, well, okay, so now Crowder has to kind of go back to the playing book and be like, well, okay, they missed it that way. Let's see another way that they could possibly ingest this content and not spin it in a way that is beneficial for them and detrimental for the rest of us who have to live around them.
Grown up individuals, and individuals end up getting positions of power.
Well, see, can I
So some of those, so they grew. Somehow out of a kid and a swimming incident of Steven Crowder's child, we've gotten to political power now. The conversation has been elevated to political power by the black dudes in a matter of a few seconds. Very interesting conversation. I want to definitely take some time to listen to it, or at least encourage you to listen to it. Something that definitely you could probably find a lot of the reason why this channel exists now. Make sure we're leaving a like, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think that there's actually anybody watching right now, but for the sake of it, I'm just going to knock out a full show as if there was right now. I think there's probably like literally nobody watching. If you're watching though, shout out to you. We're going to get into some clips for a second. I haven't seen any comment. I think I saw one comment, so shout out to the person that did comment. Anywho, let's get into the madness now. The degeneracy. Oh, did I already play this? I already played this. All right. We'll just carry it out from the end. Well, let's not. Here we go. Okay, this video, I just want to put this video in here just for context. This video is a guy coming home from jail or prison. And listen, I'm not trying to say it's not a great thing when somebody comes home from jail or prison. I just wanted to, just kind of caught me. You will never be so fucking celebrated as a black man that spent time in prison or jail. I swear to God, you will have so many people excited for you. It's like you rose from the dead. Like it's like a hood nigga like dream story, to be honest with you. You fucking grow up poor, but you make a whole bunch of money and then go to jail. Like this is like the perfect nigga scenario. I shit you not. This is like what it is to be hood rich, straight up. You go to jail, but you don't get that much time. You get like 5 years, 7 years, and you come home and motherfuckers treat you like you're the president of the United fucking States of Intergalactic World Peace Trade Federation. I shit you not. Niggas will worship you like you're the second coming of Christ. We're so cooked, bro. We're so cooked. It's like a goddamn rally, like fucking. It's like a funeral. Look how happy they are. Look how happy they are. My nigga probably went to jail for like robbery. And listen, I get it. I get times are hard, my niggas. Don't get it twisted. I've stolen stuff too. Done it in the past, and I've taken food before. I have. But if you're going to jail for 5 to 7 years, you're probably doing something violent, or you're perpetual. Like the second Walmart security held me up and told me whatever I had in my backpack to take out, that was the last time I stole. So if you're going to jail for 5, 7, 10, 15 years, you probably have done so much dirt. This is the way it goes. Let me just educate y'all for the hood, for people that don't know. When niggas be going to jail in the hood and shit, a lot of the times sometimes they do get sentenced for like wrongly, like the stuff that they get sentenced for they didn't do, but they've done so much shit before then that if the judge knew, he would have given them life. Okay. If the judge knew, that's why so many niggas be chilling when they get these sentences. They're like, shit, hey, I'll take that 10 piece, because if only you knew, god dang me. But look at these smiles. When's the last time you had 4 black women this happy to see you as a black man? What do you think white people think of this? Bruh.
Introducing baby's first from Little Tykes.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure we leave a like. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are back. I promise you we are back this time officially. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. We're 50 subscribers away from 7K. What the heck? Thank you for everybody in the comments right now. Baby's first Ultima, for everybody listening on the audio, Baby's first Ultima is an AI commercial. So before you lose your minds, it's AI. I didn't do this, but I figured that it was good to put it inside there. We just got done talking about nature. The Baby's Ultima that's driving right now does have a boot on this. These are not real people, okay? This is not a real child, all right? It has a crash sticker camera on it. Well, but one of the wheels does have a boot on it, okay?
Yup, deluxe wheel lock accessory so she learns about consequences early.
Your friends and your aunties and your cousins are lying to you. You are not better than. Neither are we. But if we did go tit for tat, I mean, do y'all really want to start taking polls?
Uh-oh.
Because if y'all want to do the who's got the best work and who can do the y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Let's take a poll on feminine, soft-spoken.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let's pause this video for a second. Okay, Jesus Christ. Let's pause the video, all right? My audio listeners, I don't even know this is about race. It might not be, but it sounds like it's about race. She's a white woman speaking on camera right now. To who else would she be speaking about?
All natural with nothing but...
I should probably start watching these videos all the way through.
Do y'all want to start taking polls on very specific things? Because this delusion is holding you back. You think you're up, and you're not. I'm really frustrated that y'all made me have to do this. You're just gonna label me a racist.
Well, shit. Okay, so it was.
Speak the truth bluntly.
Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen. Take the children out of the room. Take the children out of the room. This is going to offend somebody. Take the children out of the room.
So, y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like that. Y'all need someone to... Your feelings. That's why you surround yourself with a lot of people that feel just like you, and y'all bump each other up. And y'all are all in this big crowd. And the whole world is looking at you right now like...
My goodness.
You lose.
My goodness.
And it's not because you're okay. It's because of how you're acting.
McGusta in the building. Shout out to McGusta. Shout out to Susie. 1966 MLQ received Planned Parenthood Marcus. What do you... Susie, what am I supposed to do with that information, Susie? But thank you for that. Shout out to MLK. Shout out to Malcolm X. Is this racist? Is this... So can somebody tell... Is this racist? Is she racist for pointing out what she's talking about right now? Let me know.
Stuff, your actions and your words and your behavior. I know these brothers been trying to tell y'all this for a long time. They've been trying to tell y'all. Y'all didn't want to listen to them, right?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She said the brother's been trying to tell y'all for a long time? What in the hell, Becky? Whoa. I got 14%, boy. I don't know if she's... maybe she's not. Maybe she's not racist.
Then they go tell the white girls, and like, oh, you tell the brothers something like they did. Let me look at your shit. Fuck, they didn't lie. No lies detected.
Oh my goodness.
So stereotypes, right? There's stereotypes, and we can't do stereotypes, and we can't do it. When we can, right? We can over here, we can over there. Wait, this is okay. That's not okay, y'all. y'all have made a lot of this little gray area. It could just be, black and white and okay, but y'all want a gray area.
No, this white woman right here is...
Now, this dude is a mixed guy. I don't know what he's saying about it. I should have edited him out, but I don't watch these videos all the way through. So, what do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think about that? Let's on to the next clip, shall we? On to the next clip.
I got you. Let me rub your feet.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna piss some people off here. All right, this next clip is a typical environment in the hood. This black woman, I don't know why, but she started antagonizing this black dude, and unfortunately she's no longer with us. All right, I'll be honest with you.
Man, your homeboy dead. What other little mad ass nigga at behind his dead homeboy? What other little mad nigga at behind his dead homeboy? Yeah, where the little bitch at behind the dead little bitch? Y'all, fuck y'all. Fuck Roy City, bitch. Fuck y'all, bitch. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. Bitch, stop looking. Give me my motherfucking money before I shoot at you. Stupid bitch. No. Go ahead.
So somebody off screen, you can't see that, and for YouTube, they got shot with paintball guns. Okay, they got shot with paintball guns. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. They got shot with paintball guns. Somebody pulls up beside her as she's leaving this little area. She antagonized the most violent group of people in America currently right now. You can't make this up. She went antagonizing them, and a group of them pulled up as she was getting ready to hit the highway. And listen to what happened.
At 8 years married, how do you guys have...
We'll try and play that clip one more time.
Go pick up your dead homeboy, bitch. You mad? You mad? You mad? You mad? Your homeboy dead. What other little mad ass nigga at behind his dead homeboy? What other
Megusto, you arrested Wakanda forever.
bitch at behind the dead little bitch?
Y'all comments.
Y'all ain't gonna do shit.
She is now resting in Wakanda forever, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Go ahead.
That's the car that did it.
At 8 years married, how do you guys handle the bills in the household?
He handles it all.
I don't even know why I put that clip in there. On to the next clip, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. I need to watch these clips all the way, but... Let's see here. Oh, that's why I put this clip in here. Oh, there's a reason.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
So why not keep those and then have one joint?
I don't know. It keep it tighter together.
Yes. It was just a lot easier.
I don't even know.
What's good?
All right. So all credit where credit is due. This woman's body is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna act like I'm some kind of moral righteous person, right? But we're talking about black fatigue, and we're talking about the honest truth. This guy's name is the Desirable Truth. He'd probably buy my channel if I gave him the opportunity. The Honest Truth is a hot name. Desirable Truth. Let me know if you want. How would you feel?
Thank you. Ladies. Honest question, okay?
Honest question.
Honest question. Okay.
Period.
What do you think the men watching are gonna think when they see 3 black women come up and start shaking ass?
We already know what they're gonna think, but that's not what we think. We just wanted to have fun for a little bit because we saw y'all recording or whatnot.
Yes, we did.
And we already know what's going on, but I mean,
not
it's in a
saying
man
that we're not smart intellectually.
We're very intelligent,
smart.
and beautiful.
So would you say that that act was just purely for fun and attention?
Just fun. Just fun. It was.
That's it.
Because none of y'all even got my attention for real, so I'm not finna.
So you're still...
I saw y'all recording. I saw this bright ass light, so I had to hop up in that camera.
So you're still capable of being wifey?
Yes. He's
All day.
capable of being white.
All day.
Are you capable of being a husband?
Yes.
And why?
Well, it's not about me.
No, but that's the question.
It's about you.
All right, we're cooked. Another segment explaining why we are cooked as black people. Let's continue on. Here. I don't know where else I got in here, but let's see.
Of exactly what happened. This young male suspect, who looks like he can't be no older than 15, 16 years old, he knocks on our door for several minutes. He doesn't have a mask on. We clearly see his face. And he waits. He waits to see if somebody is going to open the door. Nobody opens the door. Nobody's home. So he walks away, comes back 2 minutes later with a homeboy. They kick in our door. They literally kick our door down. They go into the house, ransack all the bedrooms, steal a bunch of our stuff.
Now, this is why you don't invest in the hood, or why people don't like to invest in the hood. Now, if you notice, if you just look around, this almost looks like a white neighborhood. Almost. Like you would get the rug pulled out from under you if you just saw the pictures of the house and the price, and you were a white couple or an Asian couple or a Mexican couple moving from out of state to get a nice cheap flip in Texas, and you're like, oh my God, this is a great price. I mean, I did the map of the neighborhood looked okay. You would be bewildered. But if you've lived in these types of areas before, then you can know that looks can be deceiving. It's not the outside of the book that you really need to be concerned with. It's the materials on the inside that matter. It's the words on the inside, the quality or the content of the character, not the color of their skin. I mean, it just so happens that the color of their skin in this case does matter and judge the quality of the content in their character. So, but don't just look at the green grass. And shout out to the black people that do live in this area. Unfortunately, they don't believe in calling the police because this attack happened for more than a few different minutes. And I'm sure that at least one or two people saw. All right. Now, these people who own the house probably had a suspicion that this would happen eventually at some point or another. And so you get ring cameras up and things along that nature. And I would advise everybody to do so anyways, even if you live behind a gated community. Because you just never know. But these break-ins, home invasions, and things of that nature, when you do live in these environments where there are more black people who don't have an affinity for the police, by and large, by a culture, then you're going to have more of these types of incidences, right? But there's also no public onus to try to go out to solve it themselves. So it's not like black people hate police, but they're willing to take street justice up for themselves. No, there's no aspect of justice that ends up being taken up. It's either the police or there's no justice at all. And they don't want the police in a lot of different cases. So in areas where there's a lot of black people and there's high response times and high 911 response times and police response times and things of that nature, this is partly why. Because there's no justice at one end of the fence. And the justice that is there is either busy or is being fought against by the people too. Right?
And then they
that makes nobody want to invest in those areas. Black people, white people, all races of people alike.
proceed to find the keys to the SUV that's parked in the garage. They open the garage, start the SUV up, and then they leave.
Jesus Christ.
This is such a violation and invasion of privacy. We want our stuff back. We also want them identified and caught and put in jail.
Bro, if you don't move your crusty ass fucking head out of my fucking face, get your crusty ass fucking fingers out of my face before I break your face.
You gonna run yourself out, you holding up the damn line. Shit.
We have a typical Dollar Tree interaction, ladies and gentlemen. Just a typical Dollar Tree scuffle interaction right here.
It's gonna make no damn take your brother ass around that woman's face. Girl, please. Get your motherfucking ass on that goddamn floor. Right?
You clearly saw me in line.
Now somewhere. How about me on my back door?
We're waiting. Like I said.
It's not even worth it, man.
Oh no. She resorted to the natural violence. Whatever happened, it sounds like she was upset that the lady didn't see her in line or something like that, or I don't know. But now what's gonna happen?
On camera, so you want to do.
For my audio listeners, she's trashing the store at the moment, just throwing things on the ground. She is wearing a do-rag, so I want to give her points and credit for that. The do-rag is stylish. She's shaking batteries, gum, and the candy rack, and is now throwing kitchen accessories, Slim Jim beef jerky. She's kicking with sandals on. Now that's not easy to do. All right, let's pause the video and give her some credit for that. It is not easy to kick with open-toe sandals. You have to legitimately be a tough cookie to do that. I'm not going to lie to you, because that's pain. She gave it a good 3 or 4 whacks. Full, I'd say 75% strength. The cart has been DDT'd, and she's looking for, she's looking, well, she found it. She's not looking, she did find it.
Oh my God.
It's pretty, actually, I mean, I got to give her some respect. She's not like, it doesn't look like this is her first time.
Oh my
I mean, she's pretty expert in the way that she's making her mess. It's got a good amount of loudness to it, a good amount of efficacy as far as the amount of cleanup and the destruction. Very strategic. Very strategic. Definitely not her first time around. It looks like she lost the sandals. She has no shoes on right now. Um, you heard earlier in the video, the lady said, "Are the police on the way?"
Office conference
The police are on the way, but I mean, they might not get there for an hour or so. So, this video just explains why black people have no businesses. But I mean, long story short, because I just give you the answer. Black people hate themselves. They don't trust themselves, and they don't do business as well as white people do. So, and make as good as products. So, anyways, let's continue on and see what else we got.
You hear me? I'm gonna beat your bitch ass up. You ever caught somebody a dirty ass nigga getting around me? Beat your bitch ass up, ho. What?
Do not tell me what to
okay,
say.
Just
or what
don't
to
do that. Everybody gets along down here. We all as one.
You
Don't ever
are
call nobody no dirty ass nigga.
Bad situation talking to somebody.
We all as one. I don't give a fuck. We all as one. We all as one. I don't give a fuck either. I beat your bitch ass up, ho.
You're not going to go over there. You don't even know who I am.
We are all. I don't give a fuck who you're the president. I don't give a fuck if you was the president. We are all as one. We are all as one.
Now, if she's the president, you probably should care. I guess that was just a scuffle in downtown Dallas. I get the white lady maybe called her the N-word. I don't know. Who was it? Some people are so cruel is the name of this video. We have a Indian guy who's just a reactor to this video. I don't think he says anything. And it looks like we've got some black kids that are making fun of a Mexican man who's serving food and corn in the hood. It doesn't look like, that appealing. Honestly, it doesn't. But he's a hardworking Mexican guy. If you're in the Texas or southern regions at all, you see Mexican people and Latinos, they'll sell different fruits and they'll have different stands and all kinds of different things like that. But these black kids were kind of laughing and roasting him and recording him, and this is how black people find jokes and hilarity. Black people find cruelty to be funny. I've told you the story about the pit bull that I saw pretty much get eaten alive and how black people were enjoying that, and the niggas were like, it was amazing. Niggas loved it. It was like a basketball game or an NFL game to them. And I just couldn't comprehend why and how they liked it so much. And why do niggas like fighting so much? Why do niggas like violence so much? Why do niggas love cruelty, right? And so this aspect of the video, I wanted to bring into the live stream just to show you, but also there's a good side and a good end to the story. Now, to my knowledge, apparently this is a style or a way of serving corn I don't know about, but apparently that's a way that they do it. I don't know. I looked at some of the comments, and that's what some of the comments said. But it looks like fellow Latinas came through and they donated him $20,000. I mean, look at that. Look at the Latino community sticking together yet again. Isn't that beautiful? The man on screen is, for my audio listeners, looking at all the money that he has now, because the video of him being taunted by black people was seen by his own people. And as you know, other races stick together far more than we do. Niggas hate themselves. Niggas hate the world and they hate themselves on top of it. But thank God the other races of people can at least show niggas how to act.
TikTok and YouTube, thank you guys so much. Mason, also the cameraman right behind him. I'll give him a shout out in the comments, but this really wouldn't have been possible without him. So thank you everybody who helped us out with this donation. You guys blessed me with $20,000.
I just paid $100 for some tire shoes, man. It's amazing, but this takes a lot of hard work. Right now, I'm on the side of the road here in Ethiopia getting some tire shoes made. Wow, this is amazing.
Now, I just want to include this video just to show, this is how life is in Africa, right? For a lot of people. And while there are really nice parts in Africa, I always say this question, I always bring this question on screen. White people are so horrible, why don't you just leave? This is one of the reasons why a lot of black people or black Americans don't want to leave and go back to the motherland.
Amazing. Check out the process, guys. These here are shoes.
Now, shout out to the Africans and shout out to the people over there that are making life happen for themselves, everything like along that nature. But this is the honest truth, okay? Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. 10% battery. Okay. Well, what time is it? It's 2:40. Hey, listen, guys. I will be back again live tonight. I promise I will. This is just going to be this was just supposed to be a really quick stream. Support the Cash App if you can. Make sure you like the stream on the way out. I will be back tonight, and then we'll be back pretty much every day doing streams again and getting back onto the pony. Pause. I appreciate y'all being here. I got to go to a card show in a little bit. Hopefully, I can make a little bit of money doing this because I need to so badly. If it's your first time here, thank you for being here. Make sure you subscribe. Go watch all the old shorts. We'll get back to uploading shorts and videos here in a second. And I think I'm about to post some music up in a little bit. So why not? You know, I mean, I figure why not? Now's the time to post it before I get back into the algorithm and everything. So, yeah, I'll see y'all all in the very, very, very near future. I'm gonna spin the outro for our way out, and I love you all. All right. I'll see y'all tonight.
You're not English. You have to be white to be English.
Oh, and we'll get back to our usual crazy videos and everything like that too, and everything. All right, because I know a lot of y'all just want the BS and BS like that too. So we'll start off with the BS on the next stream, and then we'll end with like the, you know, popular items like Tommy and Charlie Kirk and stuff like that. But we'll start with the stupid stuff. See y'all soon. Oh gosh, I gotta get ready to go, guys. Sorry, I was stretching. I love y'all.